Hi everyone, and welcome back to Lou's Got the Juice, and thank you so much for being here. I know it's been a hot minute since I posted a video, about a month now, but life happens, things get crazy, but I'm back and I'm here and have all the juice for you guys. So let's get started, because that's what you're here for. Disneyland. It's been open for about a month now and it's been great. People are posting many videos and pictures of how beautiful the park looks with the few refurbishments that they were able to get done while the park was closed. Snow White looks amazing. I've seen videos, I've seen pictures, and it's great. I don't want to ruin it for you guys, so if you want to look at it, go check it out, but if not, just know it looks great. The park did open at 25% capacity, which is great because that has me wondering, when are we opening for the public? I want to go into Disneyland. So right now, yes, only 25% capacity, and it has to be state locals. However, Orange County is in the yellow tier now. So allegedly they should be able to open the park within the week or so to about 35 to 40% capacity and allowing more people inside the park. There are some rumors spiraling that they will be able to open at 100% capacity by June 15th. Now, if this is something that happens, the question is it just to state locals or is it to out-of-state people as well? Because, you know, great old Disney World over there at Florida is still letting people in and out of the park that aren't from just Florida. So when is California going to be able to do that? Unfortunately, there's still a lot of things up in the air. It's just a bit more strict, but with the rumors spreading that June 15th is the date that we will know, I will keep you guys updated once that comes out, whether or not it's just for state locals or if it's also for out-of-state guests. With California, they are still asking for people to wear masks. It is still a requirement. However, they are going to stop screening temperatures on June 15th. They did make that public. With Disneyland, there still are some rides that are closed for refurbishment. For example, Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, the Matterhorn, as well as the Jungle Cruise. There isn't really a date for when they're going to be opening, but we know that they are being refurbished and not closed completely. Now, there are a handful of rides and attractions that are closed because they have to follow COVID protocols. I did write them down because there's a lot of them, so bear with me. So there's the Star Wars Lunch Bay. This makes sense. I mean, Star Wars Lunch Bay, you go in and you can spend as much time as you want in there. There's no really a limit, but it is indoors and it's closed, and they don't want people to be indoor more than 15 minutes in a closed indoor establishment. It's the best way to put it. There's no time limit in there, and they're not going to be able to keep track of every person that comes in and out and saying, oh, that person's been here for 12 minutes, let's get them out. So it does make sense. However, they are putting chairs on the outside part of it, so I'm guessing that they're going to expand that as a dining area for now, which makes sense. I mean, you have a big space, might as well utilize it somehow. There's also Tom Sawyer's Island. Now this one, people were like, well, why? That's outside, but to get there you have to take that little, like little boat thingy. I can never think of the name. You can't social distance on that. Like it's really small. Maybe one family at a time would be able to go, but those things don't go fast. So by the time you get people over there and then bring them back, and then also counting how many people are at the island, you want to make sure that they're also able to distance. So it makes sense. I know it's outside, but it's also how big the area is and getting them back and forth. Pretty much all the character houses, Goofy, Donald's, Mickey, Minnie's, make sense. You're inside. And then with Goofy's and Donald's, I mean, I know those ones are kind of outside, but they're small. There's no way to social distance on those, as well as Chip 'n Dale's Treehouse. Let me tell you guys, that treehouse is small. Okay, like I'm a short girl and sometimes I struggle to get in there, like, so I get it. In those things, in those houses, it's going to be hard to social distance, especially when you have kids that are wanting to run around, because that's what those are made for them to play and run around. So when you aren't able to distance them, it becomes, a safety hazard. Going down Main Street, there's also a lot of things that are closed. For example, Main Street Cinema, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, Disney Gallery. Again, those all make sense. There's no timing, there's no limit. You can be in there for hours if you want, but again, it's indoor, it's closed, you can't really social distance people. Maybe in Mr. Lincoln's or Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, like it is a pretty big area, but still it's indoors, it's enclosed, it's more than 15 minutes. I know we used to go there to like cool off, get some AC and enjoy something nice while we were at it, but it's gonna be hard to be able to cut that show. So there's not really a way to be able to do that. So also closed, there's the monorail, there's Finding Nemo, there's the canoes, and Storybook Canals. Now, again, all these make sense. Monorail, there's no really limit. You can go on that and be on it all day, just going around the park, and it is enclosed. So again, can't monitor when people have been on it for 15 minutes or not. Storybook Canals, it's a smaller boat. I mean, just my family, there's 8 of us, or if all of us go, there's like 10 of us. You can't social distance us, you know, and it's not safe also for the cast members. They're not socially distanced with us. So a lot of these things are closed, but hopefully once everything is clear and COVID is under control, they will be open. Now, when they go back to that 100% capacity, will they be open? I don't think so. I think they're still going to be closed, just because, again, if they can't, you know, social distance with a 25% capacity, it's going to be impossible to do that with 100% capacity. Now, jumping over to DCA, so many people are excited because Avengers Campus is almost open. It's literally right around the corner, and I can't wait to see what it's going to be like. I mean, Disney has been really, really good about putting pictures out and videos out on their like TikTok and on their Instagram and on their Facebook, just on all social media platforms. So if you guys want to get a little bit more details about that, I would highly recommend you check it out. But there's so much that they put out there, and they released a map of what DCA is going to look like now with Avengers Campus, as well as a map of just Avengers Campus, which I will pop up for you guys in the screen. So I'm excited. I mean, it looks amazing. The details they've been putting into this, like on the floors, just every single thing they've brought onto this. The Imagineers did a great job. I don't remember who I was telling, if it was you guys or if I told someone else, but the Pim restaurant, let's talk about that for a second. I was like, I bet you there's gonna be small noodles and like a big meatball, and it's happening, y'all. They posted a picture, and that's exactly what we're getting. There's also like this big old chicken sandwich, and then it has like a small, like the sandwich is like this big, like, or the chicken is like this big, and then the bread's like super tiny. So it's really cool. I thought it was super cute too. Now, it's been spiraling all over the internet, that $100 sandwich. The panini, I think is what they're going with. Which is like panini, but panini. They were trying to be funny and classic. I can't say it. $100 for that sandwich. People were freaking out when they heard that, but let me break it down. Yes, it's an $100 sandwich, but it feeds 6 to 8 people. So if you do the math, the sandwich by itself is $14.50. If you split that sandwich between 8 people, you're saving $16, because 8 times $14.50 is $116. Do the math. I know I'm right. So if you got 8 of the normal sandwiches of the paninis, it's $116, but if you get this big one, it's $100. And they're saying it can feed 6 to 8 people. Now, I don't have a big appetite, but like my brother does, and so does my dad. So it's like if I shared that sandwich with them, I'm pretty sure like it would only feed 6 of us versus 8 of us. So for us, it'd be easier to get just the sandwich individually versus that $100 sandwich. So yeah, just, it's crazy. But I mean, it's not that crazy at the same time. 8 people for $100 sandwich, it's worth it, because like, again, if you got 8 of the regular size sandwiches, it's $116. So essentially you're saving some money. You just have to make sure you know how to split your sandwich correctly. I would love to have that sandwich, not the $100 one by myself, maybe the small one, the $14.50, just because, you know, people have different tastes and stuff like that. I would love to try that sandwich, but maybe my sister might not. Like, she has a different, you know, taste palette than I do. So we'll see how it goes. But let me know, would you guys buy that for your family? Put it down in the comments. I'd really like to know. That's pretty much the biggest news for DCA, and everyone's freaking out about it. I mean, obviously they have a few things that are closed as well because of COVID that you can't be doing, which is understandable. But we're not gonna get into those details. We're gonna stick to the positives. $100 sandwiches, let me know what you guys think. Now jumping over to Walt Disney World, so many changes are happening in that park. For example, if you are fully vaccinated, you no longer have to wear a mask if you're in outside area. So coming inside the park, they are asking you to wear a mask so that you can properly, protect yourself and the cast member that's getting you guys checked into the park. But then after that, once you pass those gates, you are more than welcome to take your mask off. However, there are still some limitations. So if you're in a queue for a line, you have to wear your mask. If you're getting food, you have to wear a mask. But besides that, if you want to take a picture in front of the castle and you're fully vaccinated, you take your mask off and you take your picture. Now, there's a lot of controversy with this just because what if you don't know if someone's fully vaccinated? There's just so many questions, and I understand that and I get them. I even have those questions, but it's exciting. It's exciting to see us going back to normal. Also, there's social distancing regulations changed a bit. So instead of a 6 feet social distance, now they are able to do a 3 feet social distance. It's fun, it's exciting. I love seeing us going back to normal, but I also want us to be careful. So if you are going to the park, please be careful. Please make sure you're not sick. Now that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, send this to your friends, to your family. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way when I do post a video, you guys are aware of it. And I do have an Instagram, and I'll put all those links in the bottom in the description below. But for now, I hope you guys have a magical day, and let me know what you want to see.